So the issue we have now is we have some injured prisoners, and we have some that should be going to solitary, but we don't have a solitary. This guy's actually unconscious. He's just lying here. Now, what I can do is, which I should have actually done a little while ago, is I can call the paramedics. And if you have a riot that's too crazy, you can actually call the riot police. But you can usually solve things on your own, unless it's very serious with very badass prisoners. And you just manually click over the paramedics here. And it looks like this guy's actually working on his own anyway. I'm going to send him down. The other cool thing paramedics do is they'll just heal your injured prisoners as well as your guards if any guards were caught up in the fight. You see, they're just healing them right away like that. Now, I believe there is a downside. It does cost money to call them. And I think it's like a per hour basis or something. So when you're done with them, you just want to cancel them out. And these guys are going to treat these prisoners here. Or, there we go. Treat them. I thought they were just bending them over. There we go. Maybe that guy did get bent over. Look at him. He's freaking out. Alright, that's enough paramedic action. Now, they won't clean up the blood. You have your janitors do that. Your prisoners are going to get pretty messy. Alright, let's finish cloning this area up. I don't think I have the money yet. Alright, we'll continue. We're fast forward again. Alright, now it's almost time for those new prisoners to arrive, but the other good thing is now we can grab another grant. We can have a third grant. So, which one should I do? Let's see here. Oh, this is very easy. Security Procedure Certification. I wish I saw this earlier. You get 10,000 for completing it and 10,000 for advance. You need a security chief, 10 guards, unlock patrols, and assign 3 guards to patrol routes. Only thing I need to do is get 1 more guard. In fact, I'll get 3 more guards. You always want to have some guards idle so that they can address any issues that pop up, as well as open doors for workmen. Like this poor janitor here. You can also right click on a door yourself manually and it will open for you and then close on its own. It's kind of a useful tip for starting out when you don't have a lot of guards. Alright, now we have plenty of money to clone this. In fact, we can probably just clone the rest of the building. Get this one done as well. I'm trying to think how we get the last bit of our prisoners. I might just build another cell. One thing we're also going to want in these cells is metal detectors. This is great because it'll detect anything the prisoners bring back to their cell, which is how they'll escape. So this will really keep down your escape attempts. Having the security guard here is going to help a ton, and having metal detectors will also help. The metal detectors used to explode when they're next to water. That is no longer the case. So you can safely put them fairly close to the showers. I think I usually have these cells in reverse so that this wall is where this door is, and then I'll have the metal detector in between them. Once again, it mostly comes down to your own aesthetic taste, so... Now, I'm pretty sure I told them to dismantle that door. Guess I did not get the message. There we go, and now we can assign our staff here to patrol. I have to go back into deployment, guard patrols, and then click on it. And we can also sort off our cells as well. We could make this all minimum security only. While these are medium security. It's kind of odd because it goes minimum to normal, not minimum to medium, yet this one says medium. But I'm pretty sure the medium means the normal security guys. Since we want mostly those because they make more money and pretty much as few minimum guys as we can get, we're going to make 2/3 of them medium. And we don't have to worry about any shared because we're not accepting maximum security prisoners yet. Prison's not quite secure enough yet. The great thing is now we have all this money. So what we're going to do is grab another grant. And this grant is going to be Intimate Health and Well-Being. We get 10,000 for accepting it and 10,000 upon completion. What we need to do is build a medical ward, and what they mean by that is actually infirmary. Once again, the names are slightly different, just to confuse you, I guess. What we're going to do is set the infirmary up right here. And I'm trying to think of how big do we want this. I think that'll be good for now. We could always make another infirmary later if we need more space. Once again, oh shoot, let me just cancel this. Hopefully we get all of our money back. Once again, this fence is going to be an issue. So what I'm going to do here is put a jail door here. Jail door on each end of this thing here. I kind of want to expand the cells to just get another cell block as well. So then I'm going to have them build more fence. And just really stretch it out there this time. I don't have anything crazy important I want the workers to focus on now. And you can always hire more workers once again. Because I think the easiest way for me to complete this, the 50 capacity is just to add another cell block. This will start making me some money. Now I got 2,000 daily cash flow. And money's coming pretty easy, I'd say. You know what? I'm actually going to make this up. You know, I totally changed my mind on this building. I think I'm going to place it here. That way I can get started building it immediately. Yeah, I'm trying to remember how big I need to make these buildings. Okay, now of course we're going to have a jail cell here. And not only that, we're going to have the wall go out a bit more. Which we can't quite do yet, because we're going to have a metal detector, because this is going to be the hospital, and they'll try to sneak out drugs, scalpels, anything. I mean, a scalpel would be like the ideal shiv. They're having some issues building this. Maybe I will hire some more workers, at least temporarily. See, the reason I keep going to debt is my biggest mistake. I really had to curb it when I started playing this game, is my projects are too ambitious. Like, I ran out of money making these cells here, but I could have just, grabbed a different grant, but I could have just not built the foundation here and waited until the second one was done, and then build the next foundation and the next cell, and so on, instead of trying to do it all in one big project. In fact, I have it on way too slow. Now, we do have some danger now. We have 4 prisoners with serious complaints, 4 shackled in their cells or solitary. 1 has been unnecessarily searched recently. So what I'm actually going to do is do a shakedown after this construction project is done, because who knows what these prisoners have gotten their hands of while I've been building all this stuff, you know? That will search all their cells. And I think there might be a way to have them just search it without causing a shakedown, because that upsets people. I don't see it at the moment. I'll have to look that one up. Alright, so what we need to do is actually build another wall here, because I want to make sure that prisoners do get searched. And a metal detector here. And we should have... Oh, doctor is not unlocked. Oh, okay. We We need the doctor and the shrink as well. So let's get both of them. We can have the room built ahead of time here. I think the shrink just needs an office, and he's there for therapy. Oh, actually can't build the infirmary until health is done. Please tell me you're researching health. Good. Alright, we'll put that project to the side for now. How they... Oh, wow, they're not making any progress on this fence. What the heck? Do they not think they can get through? Maybe that's the issue. You know what? I have a little trick here to make it really easy to expand. We're just going to seal it off this way. Since we already have a gate down here, I believe. Yes, we do. Yeah, perfect. Okay, once these two gates go up, this whole area is sealed off, and this area we can just go crazy with. I think I also want to get this wall removed as well, but that gate's not there quite yet. I think they're still building that prison, so I'll let them do that and let them work on that fence a bit. Now, what I want to do is demolish this wall here. There we go, that door came just in time. Let's manually open this door for them. We do have a guard walking back and forth, but they gotta build the whole thing, so there's just constantly people coming in and out. And one more cell will be perfect. Yeah, these guys are crazy. They're walking all the way around there. It's okay, now that we have these doors built, we can tell someone to just knock down these walls, and hopefully someone will knock down it soon, because then the workers can get there super fast. And I might as well just demolish the whole wall. And you know what? Now that I have the money, I can't afford to be a little more ambitious. I think I'm actually going to create 2 more cell blocks there. That should give us a lot of income. It's going to cause issues because we'll have a lot of prisoners, and I'm not entirely sure if we have the facilities. Now, if I count these, we've got, I think I already did. I think I said to 64. Yeah, that sounds right. Enough room for 64. So that's almost everyone. He's maximum security? What? Why do we have a maximum security guy? What the heck? We don't accept maximum security. Yet we have 2 high-risk maximum security prisoners. And the worst part is they're in the cell block with the low-risk prisoners. So when the high-risk prisoners and the low-risk prisoners get together, people get shivved. They just destroy those low-risk guys. So I don't know why we even have high-risk ones, because we've never accepted them. That's an oddball thing there. I don't know what's up with that. We're gonna have to make a cell over here that's maximum security. And in that cell block, I'll also put in some solitary cells. Those are important to punish the prisoners. Okay, so this is gonna get weird again because we're taking on this whole wall. But I don't think we even have prisoners in some of these cells. I wish you could assign them yourself. Okay, so we're gonna stretch this out by 10. Alright, health's approved, and psychology is about to be done. So let's actually get to work on that, because that'll be easy to do. So we hire 1 doctor, they're super expensive. Wants us to hire 2, okay, fine, we'll hire 2. And 1 psychologist. So this is kind of expensive, but you get a lot of money for doing this. And it's important because the infirmary is also where your own staff will get healed as well. And the only object you need in the infirmary is a medical bed. You know what, let's make this infirmary 1... Yeah, 1 higher. I guess it's not too bad. Nah, one higher, yeah. Or maybe one lower, yeah. We probably don't need this many beds. Yeah, I'd say having enough for 12 patients is pretty good. So I think we just build a brick wall like so. And then we knock down this wall. Which will, well, actually it won't affect the security at all because we have that big fence around the whole area now. Workers did a great job on that. Now we have lots of room to build. Alright, to take down a wall. Hopefully it works like this and it's nothing complicated. The game's usually, pretty simple like that. We do need to actually give them some electricity. That would help. Alright, that should be good enough. Once the medical bed arrives, that should complete this room. That'll get us another 10,000, another grant done. You probably could have done this before the other grant, because 50 prisoners, now that I think about it, is quite a lot. There we go, got the money. That should be enough money for us to finish the prison over here. I think we'll do one more normal one like this, and then the last one will be a maximum security area with some solitary confinement. Oh, they're actually doing a great job working on this. Okay, I'm going to slow down just a little bit so I can get all this stuff in here. Oh, we probably want a wall as well. Walls help. They make good neighbors. Okay, this last one's solitary, so I'm not really sure what I want to do with it. Probably 4 solitary is good for starting out. I think we'll have too many troublemakers, and you can make the solitary cells very small. In fact, I'll explain that more later. You know what, we're actually gonna... Okay, this one's not solitary, so we'll continue this like normal. I'm gonna take these away. Oh, is the big one already built? Oh, shoot. Yeah, there we go. I'll worry about that later. The important thing is we need to get a big wall up here. Alright, we have some more prisoners coming. 18 prisoners coming. Wow, so we have 38 prisoners now. That's a lot of people. In fact, they've only got 2 prisoners to give us tomorrow. Oh, never mind. They were still arriving, so now we're 48 out of 48, so our intake is closed. So we have a lot of prisoners. We have a lot of people to manage now. We'll go more into how we take care of our prisoners a bit better in the next episode. Let me just finish up these cells here, or at least get them building. Alright, and I think that's the last of those cells. Let's see how I make the solitary. Now, the solitary, I usually don't really put much in it. It's mostly for punishment, like they're being solitary as punishment for a few hours. Like, go to your room. Alright, I'm a little short on money to make the showers, but... Oh, shoot, I'm actually pretty short on money. I'm really underestimating the cost of these cells, aren't I? That's fine. We'll get a whole bunch of money tomorrow from new prisoners. Okay, a lot of prisoners have serious complaints. Now, I believe we can look at their complaints somewhere here. Valuation. So one thing you can do if you're really desperate for money is you can sell shares of your prison. You can sell up to 50% of your prison as shares to outside investors. You'll get paid in cash immediately. In return for their investment, they take a fraction of the total sale price when you sell your prison. So like you could make your prison and decide you don't, you made an okay prison, you learned a lot, it's your first prison or whatever, one of your first good attempts, right? And you want to make a new prison, but you don't want to start from scratch. You can sell it, and then you'll have more money for the next prison you start. Although you do need to have 10 prisoners released because you need a prison grading to sell your prison, which also affects how much you can sell it for. I have no prisoners released yet. And while a lot of them have sentences like 4 years or let me check these maximum security guys. He's got 10 years. You can usually have them get out sooner. There's also ways to get them out sooner for good behavior. Man, look at this mess here. Now, the thing is, I don't actually need to get the showers done yet. Obviously, I want to, but they could always just pop over this cell and use those showers. Problem is, their shower time's all the same. Oh, that does remind me of one thing I need to change is the regime here. Now, usually this, you want to experiment with it to find the best things, but from straight up, I can change some things. So, you don't have to have a shower time. Your prisoners, if they need to shower, if you set it to free time, they'll shower in their own free time. You also have separate things for minimum and normal security and maximum, so you could separate their eating time, which I am going to do. So I'm going to give them 2 hours of free time in the morning. They can hang out in their cell, attend to their needs elsewhere, or just, shower. And let's see. For some reason, there's only 2 meal times. That seems off to me. I feel like there should be more meal time. You know what I think I want to do though is I want to change their meal to be earlier instead of in the afternoon. Oh, I do not want these guys to eat at the same time. I don't even want them to meet each other, so I'm going to actually keep their meal time the same and change this to, I'm just going to change it free time until I know what I do with it. What you want to do is always have an eating time and then have some free time after that, because some people might not be done eating, while the people who are done eating, if you give them free time, they'll attend to their needs. And you probably want to do this pause, not while the prison is actually doing stuff. It's actually, yeah, let's pause this while we're messing with their regime. And like I was saying, you don't need any yard time. So we're going to change that to free time. In fact, the lockup time is pretty pointless. And I always like to give them free time after eating, like I said. And now this extra time, we'll have some free time in between for these guys. But all this extra time is work time. Although, oh, you know what? I'll take this big chunk of free time here. Oh, I do want free time in the morning. There we go. Let's give them that 1 hour free time in the morning. I'll give them equal to these guys. And this time will be work for these guys. Man, so I don't want them to meet, so I kind of... I'm actually not sure how I keep splitting that up. It's kind of cool. I'll keep it like this. Having people work at different times will also mean, like, say you've got, like, so you work at the workshop and there's workbenches they're assigned to. If you only have 4 and you have everyone working at the same time, they'll only be working on 4 for that time. But if you have them work at 3 different times, then they'll be working at 4 at different times throughout the day, doing way more work. So essentially, I think you usually want them working for we'll give less free time to the maximum security guys. 5 hours of work time here. And these guys are going to work until they eat. So we have lots of free time here, and we can adjust this. later on. I'm trying to think what else I can use to fill in here, but I guess it's about the same. And we don't need the shower time or the lockup time or the yard time. They'll go to the yard on their own. So that should work out well. Although we do have them eating at the same time here, so I need to change that for these guys. They can eat here. That way they don't even touch the other guy's eating routine. And we can always add and change this stuff later if it's not working out well, according to their needs. And we can see their needs now because we have a psychologist. And the red stuff is bad, so hygiene is not being met very well. Probably because we don't have enough showers yet. And active means they're doing it right now because they're out in the yard right now, so they're getting their exercise. They're getting their family, I think, because they're by the phone there. This is basically just prisoners, like what they're doing right now. So all this stuff is being met. They need more freedom, so I give them tons more free time. That lockup time was kind of pointless. Although I might want to keep the security guys locked up a bit. So that I thought I'd give a brief explanation of the regime. It's different for everyone. Different people like different things. I like giving them free time in the morning so they can shower if they want, and if they don't want to shower, they're not forced to go to the shower. I have to give them free time after they're getting food so that if they're not done eating yet, I don't want to kick them out. I want them to eat. But if they are done eating, then they can move on to their next task.